a bit of an overflow of numbers tonight. So we've got two overflow meetings in the Camden Centre and in the Town Hall, and we've now got this one out in the street. Can I say thank you all for coming along, and I hope it stays dry for the rest of the evening, and I hope the Dolphin does well out of our attendance here this evening. This is a campaign at one level about the Labour Party leadership, but at another level it's about a lot of other things. We entered this campaign, and I hope we keep the wires on the microphone. Yes, we're succeeding there. And I want to say, first of all, big thank you to the FBU for giving us this facility this evening, for the work that all firefighters do all the time in keeping us all safe, and for the best slogan ever, we rescue people, not banks. Thank you, FBU, for what you do. This campaign is about the leadership of the Labour Party, but it's also about an alternative. When we lost the election in May, all of us were pretty devastated by that defeat, obviously. We were devastated of what the possibilities were for the future, and there was some good stuff in that Labour manifesto. But I believe the fundamental problem was that the banking crisis of 2008-9 was not caused by firefighters, street cleaners, nurses, teachers, or anybody else in our valuable public services. It was caused by deregulation, it was caused by speculation, it was caused by sheer levels of greed. And whilst taking the banks into public ownership was absolutely the right thing to do, the problem was they weren't kept in public ownership. The banks weren't forced to work for the rest of us and the rest of the economy. They were allowed to carry on their own sweet way. So when we got to the 2010 election, we were offering more austerity, more cuts, more punishment on the poorest in this country. David Cameron claimed we're all in it together. I don't think so, David Cameron. I don't think we're all in this together at all. I think you think everybody else is in it together except you and your party and the people around you. So we then have had 5 years of opposition. We've seen what the coalition government has done. The numbers of jobs that have been lost in the public sector, the wage freeze, the lower wages for those in the private sector, the 0 hours contracts, the brutality of much of the benefit system, and what it's doing to the poorest and most vulnerable within our society. So when we came to the 2015 election, surely we should have been able to offer something other than austerity, and saying that we believe the function of government is to deal with the poorest in our society and ensure that poverty is eliminated, and promote an economy that is expanding with jobs, opportunities and work for all, not the process of austerity. And so we entered this leadership contest in order there could be that debate and that alternative. And the response has been truly amazing. The thousands of people that have come out to take part in this discussion, saying things about the kind of society they want to live in. If I asked you all to raise your hands if you supported healthcare as a human right, free at the point of use, every hand would go up. Yes, every single hand was going up, even though 1 3 rows into the back was slightly slow in raising their hand. It's okay. Yes, we would all support that, and we recognise what an incredible achievement it was for the Labour movement when we got the NHS in 1948, before I was born. We also, the same year, got the welfare state. But somewhere along the line, we've lost our way. Somewhere along the line, we join in Benefit Street, we join in abuse of people who are justly, legally and correctly claiming that to which they're entitled. Somewhere along the line, we've allowed the cheapness of the media to take over and abuse people on disability benefit, abuse people who think through very difficult situations and pass as fit for work when they clearly are not. People have committed suicide as a result of that. Can we be bold enough and strong enough and clear enough as a party and as a Labour movement to say we want to live in a society where we don't pass by on the other side when somebody is going through a crisis. We don't pass by on the other side when a family is forced to live on the street because they can no longer afford the flat or house that they're living in. We don't pass by on the other side and leave the poorest to fend for themselves, whilst the richest keep on getting richer and richer at our expense with their investments in property which they use as a cash cow for the future. Can't we be proud of wanting to live in a civilised society where everybody cares for everybody else and everyone cares for each another? Surely that is something worth aspiring to. I'm accused of this, I've been told that this is desperately old-fashioned, desperately outdated 1980s stuff. No, it's not. It's the 21st century world where a lot of people have had enough of free market economies. They've had enough of being told that trickle-down works. They've had enough of being told that austerity works, knowing full well that it does not. So let's be practical about the things we want to do. The things we want to do are to create an economy where we invest in high-skilled manufacturing industry, where we invest in sustainable development, where we invest in green energy jobs and green energy resources, where we invest in rail infrastructure, where we invest in council housing, where we invest in giving people a decent place to live, where we don't have a housing policy that deliberately drives people out of central London as a whole process of social cleansing, as a combination of high rents and insufficiency of benefits. This can be done. Our students leaving university with massive debts, 50,000, 60,000, 70,000 worth of debts. What kind of reward or start in life is that for young people who've studied hard, worked hard and achieved a great deal at university? We worked out that it was possible actually to fund university education. My generation had free university education. I personally didn't take it up. I'm not claiming any hardship. That was my choice. But I had that opportunity. It's not mine to take away from the next or subsequent generation. And so, by increasing corporation tax by 0.5%, we could achieve free university education for all. A price worth paying, I believe. We're going to go somewhere else. So I say that this campaign at one level is about a position in the Labour Party. I've been in the Labour Party all my life. I oppose the Iraq War, I oppose nuclear weapons. I stand for a tradition that's something very, very different. And I'm inspired by all those people who have come together. We're clear by personality politics, by the politics of personal abuse, by the politics of celebrity, and want something stronger. So, I am not indulging in personal abuse of anybody. I don't do it, never have, never will. There isn't time, it's a waste of energy, it puts people off. I want, on September the 12th, whatever the result, us to be together, to stay together, to keep on being together, in order to develop the policies that will bring real social justice, that will bring policies that will help bring peace therefore to the world, that will help bring a just and environmentally sustainable world. We can together do it. Let's be strong. Thank you very much for your attention.
Take care, Tommy.